Okay. Good evening. Just a second. Just hope it is. Okay. So today we are going to discuss about new public administration. So NPA. Okay. So this is Unacademy, India's largest learning platform where you can get plus subscription and have unlimited classes, live classes. Okay, these are the educators with whom you can successfully continue your preparation, and these are the upcoming course: science and tech, language, history, everything. You have the current affair and course one course started from today or tomorrow. It is a test series, all Odisha level test series, so all you can join, and you have your all Odisha rank. So it is a pan Odisha platform, and the subscription fees are very low, and there is also installment in 6 months, 1 year. You can have with 6,300. Okay, so there is EMI option also available. So myself Deepak Kumar Swain, and I teach only public administration. For new students who are watching or who will watch this, I teach only public administration in Unacademy. This is my referral code IDeepak10, which you can use. And I have just started a course, and it is a 80 to 90 class I will take of 1.5 hour. This is a 4 month long duration. This is a full course on public administration which you can join. Okay, it is not like a crash course, it is a detailed course. Means nearly 120 or 130 hour lecture I will be giving, 80 to 90 classes, 4 month course. Okay, so this is my code. You first, all students who are new, you all go through all the special classes. If you found that you will get benefit in special classes, you can join. So I have both experience of UPSC and OPSC. And I have 5 year experience in teaching public administration. And this is the Facebook page, public administration for UPSC and OPSC, with who is good evening. With this you will get current related information which is useful for answer writing. And this is the book I have written. This book contains everything you need for your exam. It covers the syllabus completely, unit wise previous year question, model answer both long and short, important report of second ARC. Okay, so everything you need for your exam is given in a very lucid way. Okay, so today we're going to discuss about new public administration or NPA. It is generally a 60 mark question or maybe come as a 20 marker, but mostly this question come as a 60 mark question. So I am giving you this. This is all previous year question from 2011 to 2018, and let's see how much time this new public administration has come. So for this, from it you will get an understanding. New public management, the central theory of new public administration. This is asked one type. The central theory of new public administration and NPA are different. It means one part of long question is new public administration. New public administration lays emphasis on four themes: relevance, value, equity and change. This is the second question from new public administration. So we have two questions asked in the last 5 years, and as no question in 18 and 17, this is asked in 17, so no question in 18, so most probably I think in 2019 mains, certainly you will get a question on this unit, and most probably a long question. And the long question, if a long question, they will ask a long question, so probability is that new public administration will be asked as a long question or short question. So you must read this new public administration, and apart from this, this concept of new public administration will help you in other parts also. Okay, so the last two times asked in the last 5 years, so new public administration is a important part. And going through the question, we will never find that write down the meaning of administration or meaning of public administration, which I have told you yesterday that don't try to remember this meaning or definition, sorry, not meaning, definition of public administration and administration. So this is new public administration paper 1 basic concept. So I am just giving you a overview. Yesterday I have also told this new right philosophy. Okay, so new right philosophy divided into two parts. One is new public administration and another is new public management. We can call the new public administration as theoretical part of new right philosophy. It is the theoretical part, and new public management is the practical approach of new right philosophy. So there is a theoretical approach and practical approach. So whenever you write a question, just discuss about answer writing. Suppose you will get a question on new public administration. So how you will start? Many people directly start with Minobrew conference. Some people has defined that, describe about the problems in USA, who is led the development of NPA. But I will suggest you just draw this diagram in the starting of the question. New right philosophy in this way: two. One is new public management, one is new public administration, NPA and NPM. Below that, below new public administration, there are three conferences: Minobrew 1 in 1968, Minobrew 2 in 1988, and Minobrew 3 in 2008. So you will have the way you start will define how you will write. So easily you can remember 68 plus 20, 88 plus 20, 2008. And new public management, public choice approach, neo-terrorism. We will discuss in later what is neo-terrorism, what is public choice approach. So just give this diagram. You need to understand this diagram. Understanding it, you can analyze the whole concept of NPA, NPA, NPM and PCA. PCA is a 20-mark question, NPM is a 60-mark question. So with this diagram, with this structure, you can understand the whole concept: 60, 60 and 20. Two long question, one short question cover with this one diagram. You can use this diagram while writing question on new public administration, new public management, PCA and neo-terrorism. New terrorism may ask us in UPSC, CSC, certainly they will ask you new terrorism, but in OPSC, as no question have asked, but in future, as the OPSC question moves towards more dynamism, so they can ask you about the concept new terrorism. And don't confuse with terror. Many people will write about terror scientific management. They may think that it is same as the terrorism, but it is different thing. And the relation between them. The interpretation of new right philosophy by Government of India. This is a current aspect. I am giving you some current related information related to this, that how the philosophy of Government of India, how Government of India adopted the concept of new right philosophy, and it was found mentioned in new right ARC also. In ARC report, you will, if you read in detail the ARC report, so in ARC report also you found the mention of this. Okay, so while writing new right philosophy, give example. Listen, you can give current example writing both the three. Minobrook 1, you can give current example. Minobrook 2, again you can give current example. And Minobrook 3 also you can give current example. So there is dearth of current example. You can give writing the answer new public administration. And this answer be way different from all other people. If you can give the current related information and it is available. Okay. So we will discuss how to use current information in this. The new right philosophy is proposed by Minobrook Conference 1 and implemented in Minobrook Conference 2. New right philosophy, which is the central theme of NPA and NPM, was proposed in Minobrook Conference 1 in 68 and implemented in Minobrook Conference 2. So Minobrook Conference 2 1988 is completely dedicated to new right philosophy, how new right policy has implemented. So just remember, in Minobrook 2 you only need to write what is new right philosophy and how Government of India has implemented the concept of new right philosophy. And recently the current NDA government's approach to new right philosophy. So new right philosophy proposed cutback management. We have discussed something yesterday. Rolling back of state, instead of being a nanny state or over-caring state which provide everything to the people, states to focus on important activity and let market and private sector operate freely, providing goods and service to people. Just listen, what is a nanny state? Nanny. You know who is nanny? Taimur's nanny. Taimur's nanny is very famous. So you all knew what a nanny is. Nanny means who care for a children. So state is a nanny state. When we call a state as a nanny state means over-caring state. I'm just giving you example. If suppose India is a nanny state. Suppose India is a nanny state. So what happen if India become a nanny state or over-caring state? That means whatever goods and service you need is only provided by Government of India. There is no private sector. Imagine a scenario that scenario was prevalent before 1991. You people only read it that LPG was there. You just know LPG, but how to use this LPG, and that LPG, the liberalization, privatization and globalization concept is a outcome or interpretation of new right philosophy. Very few people will know. Okay, so just imagine a scenario. Just I'm giving you a new slide. Nanny state or over-caring state is what? State provide you everything. Education, health, transport, communication, everything, goods, service. Okay, so state is providing you every goods and service. So suppose India was in any state, there is no Unacademy, no private coaching, no private airlines, no private transport, no private brand, only government brand. Suppose you want to buy a car, you bound to buy Ambassador, which was government. You travel by air, you only travel Air India. You want a phone, mobile, you have only BSNL. Got my point? That is in any state. You want to read, you want to anything, you want to buy a watch, go to government. You want to buy milk, bread, government store. Everything is provided by government. From bread, butter to car, plane, everything. So that is in any state. Got my point? That is in any state. When state provide you everything, there is no private sector. Just forget. Every shop, suppose in Bhubaneswar, in Odisha, every shop, only bus, OSRTC bus, no private bus, only OSRTC bus, only Ambassador car are there. If you want to buy a watch, government company will sell you watch. Everything is government. Everyone have BSNL mobile, no Jio, no Airtel. So if that was a scenario, we cannot sit face to face now and read. Got my point? So that is a nanny state. So instead of being a nanny state or over-caring state which provide every goods and service to people, state should focus on more important activity. Instead of selling milk, bread, butter to you, state should focus on more important activity like defense, external affair, how to provide primary education, how to provide best healthcare. This should be focused by state instead of selling goods to people. And let private sector operate freely. Let private sector come. Not only BSNL should be there, but also Voda, Jio, Airtel. And remember, this concept is linked with public choice. If you understand the new right philosophy, you understand everything. It is the most important concept, new right philosophy. That means before new right philosophy, state was everything. State was giving you everything. But new right philosophy said no. State should not be a seller of good. State should focus on important activity. And state let private sector flourish. Let private sector sell goods. Let private sector provide service. But state should keep a watch that those private sector are providing in a genuine price or exploiting people. Okay, so state should make sure that the private sector who are selling you goods, who are providing you air travel, who are providing you everything, that should provide in a good price. So the role of state has changed from what? From seller, provider of goods of service to a regulator. State plays the role of a regulator. Imagine a scenario. Earlier only Air India was there. Only Air India. Now Air India with other 5-6 company. So state what? State become a regulator with DGCA, Director General of Civil Aviation, who is regulate airfare, who is control air traffic in India. Not only BSNL but 5-6 company are there. State become a regulator with what? State become a regulator with TRAI, Telecom Regulatory Authority of India. There is not only LIC which provide insurance, but many other insurance company are there. State become a regulator with Insurance Regulatory Development Authority, IRDA. So state instead of selling you goods and service become a regulator, facilitator. So it called a small state but strong state. Modi government's motto is what? Less government but more governance. This is nothing but an interpretation of new right philosophy. That small state but strong state. Modi government, minimum government, maximum governance. So Modi government want to sell out Air India, want to privatize everything. Many of us many people are against this. Why privatize? But that was part of new right philosophy. Privatization is a part of new right philosophy. Yes, cutback management. Government should not want to provide you air travel. Government should focus on other things. Government want to sell Air India to someone, and they may compete. The other private company compete. Government should regulate through DGCA, Director General of Civil Aviation, that it controlling the airfare, that you cannot charge more than this. Everything is controlled by DGCA. So the day government sold Air India, you got to know that now the government has completely played the role of a regulator. Okay, so this is new right philosophy, before new right philosophy, after new right philosophy. Instead of being a provider, state should become a facilitator and regulator. For example, instead of providing mobile service, state regulate private sector, private mobile operator through TRAI, regulate aviation through DGCA, IRDA, and many other things. Modi government approach, minimum government, maximum governance. So you can write this example while writing this question, that the current NDA government has adopted the new right philosophy through its approach of minimum government and maximum governance. Okay, new public administration is theoretical aspect of new right philosophy, and NPM is practical aspect of new right philosophy. Okay, I try to clear the concept of new right philosophy today. If you people have any doubt, don't hesitate to ask. Niti Ayog is not a part of not a part of new right philosophy. We cannot call that Niti Ayog. Okay, that is different thing. New right philosophy is government is restricting. Niti Ayog is not promoting this restriction. It is focused on only planning, decentralized planning, Niti Ayog. Okay, so feel free to ask doubt if you have any. Try to clear this concept today. It is one of the most difficult concept in public administration. Yes, state should only focus on important activity. So remember, new public administration, paper 1, unit 1. Just before that, giving a brief. Regulation and important activity. Yes, regulation is an important activity or important part of new right philosophy. Without regulating, what happens? The private sector become blood sucking organization. They exploit people. Clear? (1887), 1968. Okay, so 1968 beyond, this is called era of new public administration. 1887 to 1986, it is era of old public administration. Okay, it is era of old public administration. In 1887, all you knew that Woodrow Wilson, who is known as father of public administration, demanded that POBET should be studied as a separate discipline. So a discipline named public administration took birth in 1887. So from 1887 till 1968, public administration continued. So what need arise? That what is the need arise? Why this concept new arise? Listen, a common sense that we knew or we want new thing, new development, new concept emerge when old concept is not solve our problem, not fruitful, it become obsolete. When old technology become obsolete, we want new technology. Same way, yes, when old public administration become obsolete, new public administration emerge. Just understand in this way. So the old public administration, which is continue from 1887 to 1968, cannot solve the problem of society, because it is the duty and responsibility of public administration to solve the problem of society, bring a good society, okay, better society where everything will be fine. But that old administration is not successful in giving that thing to the society. So there was resentment and new public administration emerged rejecting the old public administration. This is the concept. Just understand. New public administration emerged rejecting the concept of old public administration, which was continued for nearly 80, we can call 80 years. From the last 80 years, the public administration continued. That was being rejected by some theorists. They bring a new concept, new orientation to study and practice public administration, that was known as new public administration. Understand? So the public administration that continue between 1887 and 1968 can be called as old public administration. For your understanding, we can call it is a old public administration. So you don't be confused that why this is new. We can call that is old public administration. Waldo and other want to change it. Waldo, the creator or initiator of new public administration, he want to change it because the old public administration has many flaws which result into many serious problems in American society like riot, environmental crisis, unemployment problem. There was, yes, Waldo and 33. So just understand, there was a lot of problem in American society. Americans' failure in Vietnam War, the assassination of Martin Luther King, unemployment problem, riot, environmental crisis. So many problems. American society faced a number of problems. It was the responsibility and duty of public administration to solve all these problems. But public administration was not successful in solving all these problems. So Waldo with 33 people, they sit in a place, in a conference hall in Minobrook, and they want to change it. It is like a coup, C-O-U-P, coup. I think you know what is coup. Takhta palat, it said. It's like a coup on the old public administration theorists, and they want to give a new concept which can solve all the problem. So Waldo and his follower found out the problems, shortcoming and lacuna in the existing public administration and want to change it. They said the existing public administration cannot solve all the problems faced by society, but the new public administration who is or what we are providing can solve it. Clear? Very easy. Remember it as a story. There was a man named Waldo. He found that many problems in society which the existing public administration cannot solve, so he want to change it. He changed it and give it his name, new public administration. Okay. Waldo want to change the approach of public administration so that it can solve the problem of society. The new development is known as NPA. Some major development to NPA are: one thing, Honey Report Philadelphia Conference, you should know it. Just write 2 or 3 lines. Don't write 1 paragraph, 2 paragraph, because there is a shortage. Maximum you can write 600 words. So Honey Report, just write 1 line. Philadelphia Conference, 1 line. Minobrook Conference you should write because it is the main outcome of the conference. You need to write. Okay. So Honey Report, just I am giving you Honey Report. It was discussed on higher education, the fund scarcity, the problem of infrastructure. It is related to higher education. Just write down. Honey Report discussed about the financial problem, infrastructure problem related to higher education and provide some suggestion to solve it. Philadelphia Conference, it was a conference that was happened before Minobrook Conference, and in the conference it was discussed the shortcomings or the problems of current society and why this existing public administration cannot solve it. Philadelphia Conference. Third is Minopru Conference 1968. Remember it. And you need to understand the main outcome of this conference from this following point. I'm just giving you brief point. I'm just giving you in point from. His name Golombowski. He said that there was 4 anti-goal of NPA. Okay, I'm just giving you in point from just important point I am describing you. Golombowski said that it promote value-laden approach. Okay, who is promote value-laden approach? NPA promote value-laden approach. So before NPA, after NPA, administration value free. Okay, before NPA there is two scenario, before NPA and after NPA. Just understand, before new public administration and after new public administration. Before and after. Good evening. So before NPA, what happened? Administration was, and here administration. It was value free. Just understand what is value. Just understand what is value. You people yourself understand what is value. Value means a aspect. Suppose I am asking you. You people, every one of you, whoever are watching me, if I say you give I ask you a question, you are walking in a road, you are walking in a road, you found a poor man, it seems that he has not eat anything from the last 1 or 2 days, he seemed very fragile, okay, he seemed very fragile, you look at him, you knew that he was in a very bad condition, but you walk away without concerning him. This is one situation. And second, you look at him, you found his problem, you talk to him, and you make sure that these people be shifted to some place, or you arrange food for him and contact a government agency that deals with those type of people. Clear? Two scenario I am giving you. First scenario is 1, second scenario is 2. Just give me answer. Which scenario you consider, you people all, is value laden and which scenario is value free? That means in which scenario I can call that you have some value, that you walk away without concerning, or you have concern about that person. Which is value free? 1, you walk away. 2, you stop and solve his problem. Second, laden, 1 is free. Okay, very good. Very good. Second is value laden. Okay, second is value laden, first is value free. Second question, my question. What do you think? Administration should be value free or value laden? 1 or 2? Public administration should be value free or value laden? Yes, very good. Administration should be value laden. Okay, I think the concept is clear. So very simple concept. Before NPA, the administration was what? It was value free. Means administration has no concern about anyone. It just do its work. Administration has no concern about anyone. So there is riot, there is unemployment problem, there is food scarcity. Because administration is not giving special concern to the poor people. But NPA said no, administration should be value laden. Administration should give special care to the poor, disprivileged, women, children, deprived section of society. So I am just giving example. What is the value laden approach? Reservation. The reservation given to ST, SC, scheduled caste, scheduled tribe and women. The subsidy. This is value laden approach. The Ahar Kendra, the 5 rupees rice and dalma, these are all value laden because government want to give special. Ahar Kendra is not for you and me. Ahar Kendra is for those who people cannot get a decent meal. They are so poor. So they can give at least 5 rupees and have a good meal in a day. That's why Ahar Kendra is for there. The Modi government giving free rice to November. This is what? Value laden approach. If the government has value free approach, what happened? The government not caring for anyone. So many people instead of dying of corona will die of starvation in India. So the government, central government is providing free ration to 80 crore people. Yes, Garib Kalyan Yojana, every Yojana, you just keep every Yojana, and every Yojana you will found this value laden approach of government. Government is value laden. Government is not concerning about the rich people. In India, government is only concerned about poor people, pro-poor policy of government. Got my point? Government want to get more tax from the rich and want to give it to the poor. It is a what type? Robin Hood approach. The government is adopting a Robin Hood approach. Rich, shock the rich and give it to the poor. Okay, so this is value free, value laden. So administration before NPA was value free, but Waldo wanted value laden. I think you all clear. Yes, to minimize. Yes. Because listen, Nirmal, what happened? If you provide equal treatment to everyone, the society remain unequal forever. There is a poor guy, there is a rich guy. If you the taxation policy is also value laden approach, because no tax for 2 lakh or 2.5 lakh, after that 5%, after that 10%, after that 20%, 30%. Only unequal treatment will provide a egalitarian society or equal society. Got my point? This is value laden approach. If government said that no, everyone should give 10% tax, whatever your income, that will increase the poverty, more poor people. So government said that no, the poor should not give tax, the rich should give tax. So there is the gap between rich and poor will decrease. This is value laden approach. Okay, so it promote value laden approach. It reject public administration as value free. It is known as anti-positivist. Many people are confused that what is anti-positivist, and there is a question 20 marker. We will discuss. There is a question, and in this question answer is given. Just look at the question. This is 20. NPA has lay emphasis on 4 themes: relevance, value, equity, and change. These are 4 words, and the answer is given in this. So this is anti-positivist. Everyone clear? Anti-positivist means it reject public administration as value free. That means it want administration should be a value laden one. It understand that when administration have special care for old, downtrodden, it is value laden. Ahar Kendra, reservation to women, ST/SC. To bring equality in society, public administration must give unequal treatment. I think you have seen, this is a wall. Suppose this is a wall. Here is a football match is going on, and 3 people are there. One is, this is height of 1 people, this is 1 people, this is second people, this is third people. So what happened? This man clearly watched the match. This man watches in a very difficult way. This man cannot watch. So what government do? Suppose what government do? This is the stool. Okay, this is reservation. So everyone is now equal. Got my point? This is value laden approach of government. with this you can call different taxation policy, reservation policy, whatever you can call. With this, government want to bring equality in society. So this is anti-positivist or value-laden approach. Second, NPA wants administration to focus on solving problem instead of following rules and technique. So as an administrator, your duty is to solve people's problem. You should not focus that you must give this document, you must give this document, this is essential, I will not do work. So there is two things. Suppose you are a Tahsildar. Suppose you will posted get into the OS and become a Tahsildar. Some people come, he has some urgent thing, he gives some document, and he has one document less, some document is missing. And what do? You said, no, I am a rule abiding Tahsildar, I will not do your work if you don't bring this paper. But NPA said that what? No, you should not focus on rules and regulation. If when you found that this is not illegal, this guy is a genuine, he can give an undertaking and give you that particular document after some time. So you should do his work. Instead rejecting him that no, please bring the document. So pre-NPA, you don't do this work because you are technical, you only follow rules and technique. But NPA wants that no, solve the people's problem first. After that, I'm giving an example. Before some year, you found that whenever there is an accident and you reach hospital, the doctor what said? The doctor said it is a police case, I will not treat him, let police come. That was technicality. But nowadays what happened? The doctor start his treatment, let police come and do its investigation. So things has changed. Okay. Instead of administration should focus on solving people's problem, instead following rules and technique. It is known as anti-technical. So public administration NPA is anti-positivist, anti-technical. Instead of being rigid, administration should be flexible, organic, adaptive. It must be anti-bureaucratic. Bureaucratic means rigidity, anti-bureaucratic means less rigid. So very easily you can know on you just remember these words: anti-positivist, anti-technical, anti-bureaucratic, anti-hierarchical, and you can write a para of 50-60 words on this. So instead of being bureaucratic, rigid, it should be flexible, that is anti-bureaucratic. It promotes participative and democratic organization, that is anti-hierarchical. Instead of focus on hierarchy, only centralize, only top can make rule. Instead of that, administration should be participative, anti-hierarchical. So what you need to remember? You need to remember these four words: anti-positivist, anti-bureaucratic, anti-technical, anti-hierarchical, and 50-60 words easily you can write. So in this way you can write your answer, and if you try to remember, mug up everything, it will be difficult. You cannot reproduce. Just remember the important point and write the concept on your own. Explain the point, Minor Group 1 can easily write. Other things of Minor Group 1 is Frank Marini. Frank Marini, he written a book towards a new public administration, the Minor Book Perspective. If you have remember this, very good. You write about Frank Marini's book. Waldo, he also written a book, Public Administration in the Time of Turbulence. George Fredrickson has written a book, New Public Administration. Okay, suppose you don't remember, forget this name, so just write down. During the era of new public administration, theorists like Waldo, Marini and Fredrickson come out with many important publications. This publication has a greater relevance on the study and practice of future administration. This way you can manage. If you remember those names, it is very good. After that, here is the theorist Fredrickson. What he said about public administration. He said that NPA is change oriented and responsive. Just understand. change oriented means NPA want change. That means the existing structure should be changed, the rigid bureaucracy should be changed. And responsive means you should be responsive towards problem of people. You should be sensitive towards problem of people. Instead of sitting in your office every day, you should go meet people, reach them and solve their problem. So change oriented and responsive. It is rational. That means focus on goal. What is your goal as an administrator? Solving people's problem. So you should focus on goal. Participative relation between manager and worker. So it rejects the classical approach of top-down management, only manager take decision. So there should be participative relation between manager and worker. Both take participation, both share responsibility. Education, that means skill incorporation, new skill. The management want to incorporate new skill to increase the efficiency. Flexible structure of organization, no rigid structure but flexible structure. So Fredrickson idea, just remember 5 lines. After that, Waldo said NPA project 3 perspective. NPA project 3 perspective. What are they? Client oriented bureaucracy. Okay, just give me an example. You become a BDO, Tahsildar or SDPO. What do you think? You are part of bureaucracy. Who is your client? Suppose I am just asking you. You become a BDO. I say you are part of administration. Who is your client? Yes, very good. The public or citizen are your client. Clear? The citizen are your client. You are the service provider. As a BDO, you are providing service to them. As a SDPO, you are providing service to them. What type of service? Safety. Safety is a service you are providing to them. As a BDO, you are providing various from PDS to Indra Awas to other thing. So, client-oriented bureaucracy. Bureaucracy should be focused on client. Who is client? Citizen. That means citizen-oriented bureaucracy. Representative bureaucracy. Representative bureaucracy means every caste, creed, every sex should be represented in bureaucracy. Not only a particular section of society, but it should be representative. Everyone should be accommodated. The so-called concept of reservation, women reservation, reservation to other caste is just following this principle, representative bureaucracy. And people's participation in administration. Very important. How people participation in administration? You will read in accountability and control chapter. People's participation in administration through civil society, NGO, private sector, through Gram Sabha. Yes, there are many number of mechanisms with which people can take part in administration. And I am just giving you a current example. The new education policy. Government come out with it is a policy. Okay, it is not a law, it is a policy. And government wants suggestion from public that you can give your suggestion. So in this way, through giving your suggestion, you can take part in administrative process. Okay. So client-oriented bureaucracy, representative bureaucracy, and people's participation in administration. It is aim of NPA. After the Negro, he said client-focused administration should be decentralized, debureaucratized, and participative. Same thing. Client-focused administration means you administrator, the client is citizen. So client-focused administration, the administration is focusing on the client, that is the citizen. It should be decentralized. A centralized administration cannot give proper focus to the client or citizen. So it must be decentralized. PRI is a step for decentralization. Debureaucratized means you should not be rigid, bureaucratic. It is debureaucratized. And participative. You let citizen participate in administration. You let citizen participate in governance. Without citizen participation in governance, without administration being a flexible organization, the concept of client focused administration is not possible. Okay, and the focus is on human delivery of public service. So public service, you know, education is a public service, health is a public service, security, safety, PDS, everything is public service. So what is a human delivery? Human delivery means those public service should be provided in a way that is beneficial to the human being, means human being of society, human of society. So the focus on human delivery of public service means those service should be beneficial. People should get benefit out of those service provided by administration. So this is Frank Marini, and this is a question I have just shown you: relevance, change, equity, value, and client focus. This is a 20-mark question, Frank Marini's idea. So whatever slide I am giving you, it is like a what type of note? Structural note. You just keep this note. It is for your, remember, with this type of note I am just giving you a framework. With this note it is helpful for your revision, because before the exam 2 or 3 days, or during the your after GS or public administration, you have found 2 days or maybe 3 days. So in those 3 days you cannot complete your whole of your notes or whole of your book, but this type of note you can revise at least 2-3 times. So you cannot miss any important point in your answer. So try to make this type of notes. It is called structural note. I am saying in every class that try to make structural note, which will be beneficial in your answer writing. Okay, so Frank Marini said POBET should be relevance. That means administration should be relevant to the society. How relevant? I am again example. You become a BDO and you go to your office. You just sit in there. You watch movie. You just hardly go outside. You are not concerned that people get benefit or not. Who get Indira Awas? None of your concern. People get PDS or not? None of your concern. So what is your relevance? Why you are posted there? There is no relevance of administration. So why government of Odisha is giving you a posting? Why government of Odisha is giving you a vehicle, a driver to sit in the office? No. You should be relevant. Your post should be relevant. Administration should be relevant to the society. You should be cover every village, every panchayat, and you should know that genuine problem of people and try to solve it in a best possible manner. That is administration. That's why you are given posting. Yes, you need to be connect with people. You try to solve, understand their problem, and you solve it, because you are a learned person. You have skill. That's why government has given so much faith on you. Government make you a block development officer, because government convinced that you can solve the problem of people. And if you not solve it, that means no relevance of you or no relevance of administration is there. So NPA, new public administration's one major goal is relevance. That means administration should be relevant to the society. You as a BDO, you as a Tahsildar, you as a SDPO must be relevant. Means your presence should be felt. It is not like that you are irrelevant to the society. You must be relevant to the society. Got my point? That as a BDO you should be watchable. People should feel that okay, administration is there. Administration is there. You BDO, you are what? You are part of administration. So administration should be there. That administration should be relevant to the society. You should be relevant. The office should be relevant. Good evening. Got my point? So this is relevance. Change. Public administration should bring social change. As a BDO, just take yourself while studying public administration. You just put yourself in every scenario. What you are studying, you put yourself in NPA, NPM, everywhere. So change oriented means public administration bring social change. What type of change you can bring? Your example, you after becoming a BDO, what type of change you can bring to the society? You found the needy people, you provide them service they deserve. You make sure that the genuine people get Indira Awas. You make sure that the genuine people get what? PDS. The old man get old age pension, the widow get pension. So with this you can bring a social change. Got my point? If you do that, a change in society automatic come. If you only implement all the scheme of central and state government, social change can automatically come. So public administration should bring social change. It is one of its aim. Equity. Administration should give more focus towards the poor. How to bring equity in society? When you give focus to the poor, you should more concern about the poor instead of concern about the rich people. You should find out the problem of poor. Only in that case you bring a certain equality in society. And if you are ignoring poor, the gap between rich and poor increase. So the concept of equality, egalitarian society will never be a reality. It will remain in dream. So that is equity. So as an administrator, and only you, believe me, only you, no private sector, no one can bring or have the authority to do something which you have. So as a BDO, as a Tahsildar, you can bring certainly a drastic change in society. You can bring a certain amount of equity in society. Okay, Basant, plus class. Yes, continuing plus class. There is a link, you can take admission in this link. In the plus class is happening in this time 8 to 9:30, and we have just continuing the administrative theorist 8-9 classes. So you can join. Okay, you can join with this link. Telegram. I haven't started the Telegram channel, which I will start. Okay, so you can join the link I am given. Okay, so this is equity. Administration give more focus towards the poor. Value, same thing. It reject public administration as value free. Means public administration cannot be value free. It must be value laden. That means you should certainly give more focus to the poorer section of society. And client focus, that means effective delivery of goods and service. Whatever good and service you are providing, that should be delivered in an effective manner. That is client focus. Okay, client focus society or client focus administration. Next, so all these are Minobrook 1. With this you can write Minobrook 1 easily. So Minobrook 2, under the leadership of Waldo, New Right philosophy is the outcome of Minobrook 2 conference 1988. Okay, you need to understand this because this will help you understand other section, like just I am giving you a brief state versus market debate, which is in basic concept, the concept of good governance, impact of liberalization on administration. It is giving in UPSC syllabus, but OPSC can ask question. Many times I have found that OPSC sometimes asks question from UPSC. New economic policy and public undertaking, paper 1, unit 10. So New Right philosophy, without understanding New Right philosophy, you get confused in this 4th topic. Just that's why I am linking this. So New Right philosophy is very much important. Okay, so we have discussed that what is New Right philosophy. Nanny state. Earlier there was nanny state, only government. Now not government but private sector market providing goods and service, and government plays the role of a regulator. Some important point of New Right philosophy. I am discussing the important point. State's role as the sole provider of a good and service are redefined. No longer state is providing goods and service, but along with state, other actors are also there, like private sector, market, they are providing goods and service. Private sector and market is promoted by state to provide goods and service. That government encourage private sector that you also provide goods and service. I am giving you every facility. State instead of provider become a facilitator. State's role is redefined. Okay, the role of state is redefined. Earlier state was a provider, now it become a facilitator. I'm just giving you an example. Suppose you people, some of you want to initiate a startup. So state is facilitating you. State is giving you everything through the MSME loan or other. There are many scheme of government with which state is facilitating you. State is encouraging you that you provide goods and service. I am helping you. So what role? Yes, Startup India, Stand Up India, everything. So state become a facilitator and regulator. State is giving you money, state is giving you loan that you start a factory, you provide service, but I will regulate you. I will make sure that you will not do something illegal. Whatever you do, it is under some rules and regulation. So state become a regulator. Okay. So state regulate private sector through regulatory institution like DGCA, TRI, IRDA and other thing. So I am just giving you a scenario. Only BSNL. Only if in India only BSNL is there, that means no new right philosophy in any state. Now what happened? BSNL is there. Apart from BSNL, there are 3, 4, 5 other telecom service providing company, and state plays the role of a regulator through TRI, Telecom Regulatory Authority of India. TRI regulating, make suring that the citizen of India getting mobile service in a cost effective manner. So state become a regulator. The motto was to have small state but strong state, less government but more governance, minimum government, maximum governance, Modi government. Okay, so you can give this example. India has adopted the concept of new right philosophy through new economic policy 1991 when license Raj end and private sector prosper. You can give this example. New economic policy 1991. Before 1991, India was a nanny state. After 1991, India has adopted the concept of new economic policy, new right philosophy through new economic policy, and the government or state become a facilitator, private sector emerge, they provide goods and service. Every new car, car company, airlines company, whatever you seeing today is product of that 1991. Pre 1991, I remember only ambassador car was there, HMT watch was there, no private sector. So after 1991, this thing emerged. Only Bajaj Chetak scooter was there. Now you have Harley Davidson bike. So having Harley Davidson bike showroom in Bhubaneswar is product of that new economic policy. Government said that no, I will not produce bike, I will not sell bike, you sell it. I will just monitor you. I will just regulate you. This is new right philosophy. The competition between PSU and private sector led to increase in competition and accountability of PSU lead to privatization. New economic policies was liberalization, privatization, globalization. Okay, before 1991, there was a steel company. Suppose there was a company, steel company, only government company. So government continue with it, although it was facing loss. Although it was facing loss, government is giving money, public money, and just continue it. After new right philosophy, what happened? And private sector steel company come, and private sector is more profitable. Government is in loss. So what government said that no, government sold out it. So this is, you will read, impact new economic policy and public undertaking. Same thing. In this new economic policy and public undertaking, in unit 2 paper 2 unit 10, same thing, you need to write the concept of new right philosophy, that after new right philosophy what happened, new private sector emerged. So suppose there is a private car company and government's Hindustan Motors ambassador who is just continuously facing loss, and the private car Maruti Udyog is facing profit. So what happened, government make sure that if you want to continue as a public sector, you need to perform, you need to maintain yourself, otherwise you sold out. So this is new economic policy and public undertaking. So after new economic policy, the competition has increased between public sector and private sector. So now the public undertaking or PSU are under constant stress to perform. If they cannot perform, if they cannot become accountable, they will be sold out. These are some important point of new right philosophy. Explaining this, you can easily write more than 100 words. New right philosophy has got the imagination of public administration in 1980, Thatcherism in United Kingdom, and Reaganism in USA. That means Thatcherism in Margaret Thatcher, she has adopted the concept of new right philosophy. Ronald Reagan has adopted the concept of new right philosophy. They propose privatization, liberalization, globalization. The new right philosophy is combination of new liberal philosophy and new conservative philosophy. Okay, new liberal philosophy means you become, just giving example, you become liberal. Government give free hand to private sector. This is liberal. New conservative philosophy means government is keeping an eye on private sector, that makes sure that those private sector should not become a blood sucking organization. They should not exploit the people. So it is new liberal philosophy and new conservative philosophy. New liberal philosophy give a free hand. You product, you make production, you sold your product. But under new conservative, keep an eye that whether you are overcharging or not. So new right philosophy is a combination of new liberal and new conservative. Liberalism, individual liberty, freedom given to maximum degree. Conservatism, authority, tradition with strict individual freedom. That is regulating. The two ideas are against each other. New right philosophy promotes small state but strong state. How the state becomes small? That means the state decreases area of authority. Either before that the state is giving you everything, but now the state is restricting. But state becomes strong. State is not providing you air travel, but state becomes strong with DGCA. State not providing you what? Mobile telephone, but state becomes strong with TRI. So state become strong. So a small state but strong state. State is small but become strong. Andrew Gabler, he said new right philosophy argued free economy but strong state. Certainly free economy. The economy is free. Anyone can sell any product, but state is strong. State is keeping a watch through all this regulatory institution. Okay. So next, Minobrook 3. It was in 2008 under the leadership of Rosemary O'Leary. In your Lockmicon book, actually Minobrook 3 is not given, the old edition, new edition I haven't seen. But this was a conference that was held under the leadership of Rosemary O'Leary. It was held in September 3 to 7 in 2008. The conference was coordinated by Rosemary O'Leary. He is a distinguished professor of Syracuse University. Clear, you just remember about this name, Rosemary O'Leary, in 2008. If you forget the month and day, it's okay, just 2008. And what they discuss about the future of public administration, public management and public service around the world. The future of public administration, how public administration evolve in future, how public management, how public administration manage things, and public service. The conference focused on some important area, IT and management, and all these things. Listen, it is held in 2008, just recently, before 12 years. So everything, IT and management, law, transparency and accountability. Listen, this thing you remember easily, and you can write 1 or 2 lines easily. IT and management, how IT has revolutionized the way administration function. IT, you can give the role of IT. Law, how law has become important, how with the law administration has increasing its activity. Transparency and accountability, leadership side, financial management, globalization and comparative perspective, performance measurement, social equity and justice, academic practitioner relationship, politics and public administration, democratic performance management, interdisciplinary approach. There are 12 things. If you write, remember five, 6 things, you can easily remember that this is IT, automatically you remember law, you remember transparency, accountability, you remember leadership style, financial management, globalization, social equity, politics and public administration. Means 8 to 9 point you can remember easily, or without remembering also, if you can write this thing, it become easy, it will okay. Finance, transparency, accountability, leadership style, IT, law, easily you can remember, and you can write 1 or 2 line. Okay. After that, in Minobrook 2, 220 scholar participate. A book about M3 was edited by O'Leary, David and Kim, published in 2009. The Indian government has adopted many points of M3. The government of Odisha has come out with Mo Sarkar and 5T, which reflect M3. Okay, this is a current example you must give, that with Mo Sarkar and 5T, how the M3, that the concept of IT, transparency, accountability, leadership style, financial management, all have reflect. So M3 is reflect in Mo Sarkar and 5T. Okay. After that, criticism. So M1 and M2, you need to write criticism. In every question I have told you, you write criticism. And listen everyone, this is a plus classes, I need to finish it in this class. But in this is a special class, but in regular class or plus class, we will go in detail, point by point. Okay. So criticism, M1 and M2 conference were being criticized by some theorists. NPA was criticized by many theorists as anti-positivist, anti-theoretical and anti-management. So it is anti-positivist, anti-theoretical and anti-management. They argue that administration cannot sustain by adopting this concept. And listen, as a poet student, you should not be emotional that why these people criticize. Okay, you just write down. They criticize it, just write down that those people criticize. In world, everyone face criticism. Whatever work you do, you face criticism. And as a student, we should just write down the answer. Don't get emotional to anything. So they argued that administration cannot sustain by adopting this concept. Compel said NPA differ from old public administration in a way it refers to a set of social problem, nothing else. That means NPA only focus on social problem. Golombowski said NPA is revolution in word but status quo in technique. Dorfis said social equity in NPA is actually an illusion. The contemporary approach means you end with contemporary approach. And for those people who has attended today, yesterday and today class, about if you want to know what is contemporary approach, how we write answer, how we end answer, you just go and watch the 6 classes, the last month 6 classes, all available in the special classes platform. So you just go and visit that. You will get to understand how to start a question, how to end a question. Theorists like Negro and Ramesh Arora supported NPA. They said NPA being administration close to society, role of administration as a promoter of social equity, value laden administration. This is contemporary approach, means you need to justify NPA. And about what is contemporary approach, visit the previous classes. Okay, this is for today. And for everyone, I only teach public administration in Unacademy. Only public administration I teach. Complete focus on public administration, nothing else. And I am giving a brief course, 4 month, 80 to 90 session, 90 minutes each. So in this we complete both paper 1, paper 2. Apart from this previous year question, I will discuss every previous year question from 2011 to 2018, nearly 150, both long plus short. We will discuss bit by bit how to start a question, how to end a question. And I have also written a book, just given in the start of the class. You just go and have a look about this book. So our course plan is 80 to 90 session, 90 minutes each. We discuss all previous year question and current. How to use current? I'm just giving you some slide. Just wait. Import slide. Okay, this is, I'm just giving you some. Yes, why has Indian Railway opened door to private player? This is interpretation of NPA. If you want to read the article, go to my Facebook page. Go to my Facebook page, Public Administration for UPSC and OPSC. Type it in search. There is only one page, Public Administration for UPSC and OPSC, and there you read this article. This article is implementation of new public administration, and this is Taylor. This idea you can write about writing question of Taylor, Maslow, and this is maximum government, minimum governance. This is NPA. So in this class we will focus to discuss all current example. This is one current example, National Recruiting Agency, personnel administration. Okay, so in this way we will finish our course. So I think you have clear about what we have discussed about detailed NPA, and those people who have joined late, you again go back and watch this. Okay, so this is for today. Again we will meet in another special class next Saturday or Sunday. Okay.